Today we discuss a dramatic and worrying story that touches on crime, power, and the justice system. The man at the center of the story is known in the press as Vusimuzi Cat Matlala. He is a businessman who is now in custody and faces very serious charges. Many people want to know how a person with his influence ended up in this situation, why there are fears for his safety in prison, and what his case could reveal about corruption and the state of law enforcement. I will guide you through the background, the facts as reported, the different viewpoints, and what might happen next. I will try to be fair and clear, and I will point to reliable reports so you can read more if you want. The story does not start yesterday. Over the past few years, Matlala's name has appeared often in news reports linking him to big government contracts and to criminal investigations. He and companies connected to him won large contracts and became linked in reporting to investigations about procurement and police connections. These links raise public questions about whether people with political or police links can use influence to win business. At the same time, separate criminal investigations and court cases allege serious crimes, including attempted murder and conspiracy, connected to a number of violent incidents. Those criminal matters are now moving through the courts. At the same time, several news outlets and inquiries have described a web of influence that tied Matlala to members of the police and to tender decisions. Reporters and commissions have written about how a circle of people around him gained access and influence within certain police structures. This is not just gossip. It is a subject of parliamentary attention and public inquiry, and officials have been called to explain procurement decisions and alleged interference. These revelations matter because they go to the heart of public trust in institutions that are supposed to protect citizens and enforce the law impartially. In the middle of all this, criminal charges were brought. Prosecutors say there are multiple counts related to violent attacks and attempted hits that injured people and left families in shock. The state has moved to centralize several related cases so they can be tried together in the High Court. Matlala has appeared in court and is now detained as his matters proceed toward trial. His legal position is that he is entitled to defense and to the presumption of innocence, and the court process will decide guilt or innocence on the evidence presented. People are asking why there would be any attempt to harm him while in custody. The concern is simple. Someone who knows a lot and who may be fighting powerful people could be at risk. When public figures or accused criminals are held in the same system as those they once influenced, tensions can rise. There have been reports in the media about phones and other contraband in prisons, and about how information moves even behind bars. That makes the idea of a threat plausible. But it is important to separate possibility from proven fact. At the time of writing, I did not find reliable reporting that confirmed a successful assassination attempt on Matlala while in prison. It is important for all of us to rely on careful reporting and official statements when we discuss violence. How should we read the competing claims? On one side are reports from journalists, commission, and watchdogs that describe troubling links between business, procurement, and some police officials. These reports point to institutional weaknesses and the need for reform. On the other side are the legal protections that every accused person has: the right to a fair hearing, the right to call evidence, and the right to defend themselves in court. Both sets of truths matter. Strong oversight and fair courts are not enemies. They are two sides of the same public duty: to find truth and serve justice. We should also look at the human side. Families of victims want answers, a fair trial, and the right to see justice done. Communities affected by violent crime want protection from gangs and illegal networks. Meanwhile, employees and businesses connected to the accused also face financial and reputational harm from large, publicized allegations. This case, like many high-profile cases, has ripple effects that reach far beyond the courtroom. What are the larger implications? If the allegations of influence and interference are true, it would mean reforms are overdue. Clearer procurement rules, stronger oversight, better separation between those who investigate crime and those who benefit from contracts, and more protection for whistleblowers. If the allegations are not proven, it still shows how distrust can grow when institutions are opaque. Either way, the public benefit would come from transparency, careful investigation, and a legal system that is seen to work fairly for all. Looking ahead, there are a few possible developments. The court process will take time. If the state presents convincing evidence, there could be convictions. If the defense undercuts the evidence or shows procedural errors, some charges may not hold. Separately, parliamentary hearings and commissions may recommend policy or personnel changes. There could also be political fallout if the investigations point to failures inside public institutions. None of these outcomes is certain, and the law must be allowed to run its course. What should viewers take away? First, avoid jumping to final judgments based on headlines. Second, follow credible news sources and official court documents when they become available. Third, demand better systems, transparent procurement, robust oversight, and prison safety measures that protect everyone in custody. Finally, remember that the goal is justice and the protection of citizens, not the vindication of any single party before the facts are proven. If you want to read more, look at reporting from major outlets that have covered the court transfer, the charges listed against Matlala, and the parliamentary interests case, and related police procurement matters. Those articles give timelines, quotes from prosecutors and defense lawyers, and background on the inquiries. I have linked to a few authoritative reports in the video description, so you can check them yourself. Thank you for watching. If you think this topic matters, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss updates as the story develops. Leave a comment with your view, but please keep it respectful. Try to share facts you can source and avoid spreading rumors. Tell us what questions you want answered next. Would you like a deeper look at how procurement oversight works, or a timeline of the court cases? I will read the best suggestions and follow up in a future video. Please like, share, and join the discussion below.